Yeah, see, this commercial district right here actually might be a little bit of a problem. Do I want to dezone half of that? Would. Yeah, so they're asking us for an airport. No, I think we got enough for that last little bit of high-tech demand. So, we have our region sort of, like, we have our target goal for this area, and I have done a couple of things differently. Hopefully it's different enough. If you guys remember, we had, like, after I had finished this area, we had red traffic here, red traffic here, red traffic, I think over here at all the intersections and stuff like that. So it does look like our buses, even though they're not great necessarily, like even though they're a cost, are actually doing what we want them to be doing. So yeah, we have some bus stops are doing better than others. Like this one has 306, and one of the problems I think probably that's making our bus stations not as efficient is that without the road top mass transit mod, our bus stations actually, and you know what? I bet you if we sniped off a couple of the less effective bus stations, like, wow, that one actually has like a lot of people in it. Like this guy down here, and this guy, he's got 72, so he's not bad. Um, we could make a profit off of our buses. But what I was saying was, without the road top mass transit, buses won't actually go across regions. Like if you look here, it says 88 buses are traveling here, but I don't actually believe that buses can travel between regions. Well, that bus just did, so maybe I'm uh, kind of stupido, as they say. So we'll take a look here at these guys, maybe. So we've got low traffic noise, which is really good. Medium traffic noise, medium to low. Low crime, low pollution, low garbage, high school grade, high hospital grade. Everything seems to be good. I'm not 100% sure why these dudes aren't growing. Maybe just not enough employment. Lots of commercial demand, and lots of residential demand too. It's kind of strange. Um, but our schools, this is the first time in the history of SimCity 4 I've actually had more high school students than elementary students. I could have built a small elementary school here and still been good, and I find that, like, crazy. Yeah, everything seems to be pretty good. This seems to be a very functional area. In terms of the overall population, it's actually like substantially less than I wanted. So one of the things we could do, I guess, is put in some more residential in here, like demolish this commercial zone and slap in a residential slab right there. Um, I think I'd probably prefer to do it here, right there, just because I don't feel like we have enough Sims living here. Yeah, I wonder what's the problem. These guys, it seems to be a health issue, but I can't imagine why it would be. Um, yeah, fire hazard looks the same, crime looks the same, water power, traffic, land value, mayor rating, average age, pollution. I mean, maybe it's pollution that's causing those guys not to grow. That's entirely possible. Um, I think I'm making enough money. Oops. I think I'm making enough money that I could turn on the. Let's say low pollution. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find out how I can make these guys grow, um, and it may just be like just a matter of building more. But I am going to turn on the automobile emissions, and yeah, that too. Junior sports program, why not? Community CPR training. I'm just trying to see if I can't encourage these guys to grow. I'm guessing not without building more jobs. So yeah, moderate success. I would say I'm reasonably happy with how this district went. I shouldn't have built those two there. So I will do this. Move them. One. So I'm gonna break ground on the second neighborhood over here. And one of the things I'm going to do with this neighborhood is I'm going to leave space for a city college. And the reason I'm going to do this... Yeah, okay, that's right. The reason I'm going to do that is because I want to try to conserve a little bit of space. And I don't know if that's going to end up being a mistake or not. But I'm into trying things like, you know, sort of randomly doing things a little bit differently and seeing if the results are favorable. Like right now, if you asked me if I thought this city was better than my other design, I would have told you like I would rather have more people. But the population growth isn't just like it isn't just a vacuum. This area will not equal the whole area. And so one of the things I might actually do to compensate for that is I might actually put in that third plat of residential back there just to increase all the demands and just to see how that works. So I actually want what like there, and yeah, I'm fine with that. And so what I'm thinking is once we get these two neighborhoods up, we'll be able to start testing. We'll be able to start testing for subways. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe we should put the subways in after everything is done. One of the problems with the mass transit is that Highwell Sims don't like to use it. So you have to find a way, like if you really want it to be, if you want it to be really effective. That's so wasteful. If you really want it to be effective, you have to find a way to force your city into just like medium wealth or mod. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying my best to keep this city as medium wealth as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it is going to develop some high wealth stuff just to, via nature. One of the things you could do, I guess, is you could go ahead and build a manufacturing center, and then try to convince your medium wealth sims to live in your manufacturing center. That's going to be hard. I'm not going to lie. Like the industry creates so much pollution. But you can build parks to cut down on pollution. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you might be able to make that work. And then you might be able to have like a super effective subway system and a super effective bus system. I'm not 100% sure. It's something I would encourage you to try for sure. And hopefully 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully the building of this city will be informative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About how I like to try new things. I've built bus stations before. Don't get me wrong. I've had I've had a fairly a mass transit, but I've never really spent a lot of time focused on it. I've kind of just plopped it there and been like, okay, whatever. You know, just let it go, see what it does. So you'll notice if you took a look at what I did there. This guy's got like 416 passengers now, and so a lot of those are coming from these buildings right here. And you can use, I'm not 100% sure about the viability of that. 9. But you can use the parking garages. I've never built one. This structure right here. I've never built one. It says it increases the effectiveness, but Like I think like the way I think, it's like sure it does, but couldn't you just go like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you know, 1, 2, 3, just build 9 bus stops or whatever, um, and end up with like a more effective solution. The only time I could think that that would be different is when you have really high density zones, because as weird as it sounds, like these guys here, uh, this is a high wealth manor. Let me see if I can find a medium wealth one for you. Yeah, so this is a medium wealth area that has 148 people in it, and the medium wealth high density buildings will hold like 2,000. So just this plot that I've placed down, if it was high density, would be like 50,000 sims or so. Which is when mass transit starts becoming your only option. So I am gonna continue to lay out how we've worked and work the city. And I'm throwing around the idea 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I get if I continue to get subscribers and people continue to enjoy my videos, about live streaming, because I know like a lot of the guys, I don't know how many subs or whatever I would need before I could like actually do some live streams, but I do have a couple of buddies who do live streams, and I'm interested in doing that one. You know, so I may eventually be doing live streams and just be doing like gaming by request on those live streams. You know, just like what games you'd like to see me play if I own them. As soon as this is done, I plan on uploading it and playing Skyrim like crazy. I know it doesn't seem like, for a guy who plays like city building games, like it would be a match, but I can tell you, as much as I love the SimCity series and sim games, I love RPGs a lot more. Alright, so the first thing I noticed is that wasn't connected. So the better you can handle traffic, usually the better you're gonna do. And most of the options in SimCity that are mass transit, their explicit goal is reducing traffic. And one of the reasons why I got asked by I can't remember his name, what I thought about freight trains, and I think freight trains are fine, and I explain this, but I don't expect everybody to be reading comments and stuff like that. That the trains are fine, but in the cities that I would find them useful, aside from obviously my disgusting, like the Dirty Burger and the Dope Trailer, aside from those cities. So here's what we're gonna do. It's not symmetrical, and it's a little ugly, but I want more people. And normally I would fill in, like, I would get like, I think that probably compensates for that. That might be part of the problem, quote unquote, the problem that's over there. So again, focusing my commercial in areas that I think are going to be high traffic is my goals. So I am saving one of these plots for the city college, and I'm gonna put down, I'll only put down one plat of industry right now and see how it goes. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use the model here to put the bus stops in. One there, one there, one there, and one there. And I'll work my way slowly out. Oh no. If you guys have something you'd like to see me do in this game, any suggestions or stuff like that, that'd be kind of cool. You could ask me to do it if you have like